Hey guys, Alex here, aka Miggy, and today's article we've got an interesting one. So how would you go about escaping from Australia if you're a wanted fugitive for drug related charges or whichever? How would you go about escaping from Australia? Well, one guy decided to, or I should say a man, decided to flee Australia on a jet ski. And he chose a very interesting location. He was trying to flee from Australia into Papua New Guinea. And if you know the Australian map, so this is the map of Australia. The man was trying to flee from this most northern point in Australia, from Queensland, literally Punson Bay, so this area here. So as you can see, this is the most northerly point of Australia. He wanted to cross right into Papua New Guinea. And the problem for him is, even though if he could cross and everything is sweet, Papua New Guinea depends solely on Australia, so they have an extradition arrangement. So basically, if you're a criminal and you run away from Australia into Papua New Guinea, these people here, their government or officials, the law enforcement, will turn over anyone. Now, if you're in East Timor, which is, I guess, this island here, then you could get away, and perhaps even Indonesia. But when it comes to Papua New Guinea, it's the wrong place to escape to. So let's have a look at this article. I mean, look, most people would think it's probably the best way to escape there, because you want to run the way to New Zealand because it's too far away and there's an extradition between New Zealand and Australia. Basically, New Zealand is like a little sister of Australia. So New Caledonia, that's too far away. Vanuatu, that's too far away. But yeah, it makes sense to either go to Papua New Guinea or East Timor, or this area here. But yeah, mind you, these are pretty rough waters as well. So they got some serious waves. They also got huge saltwater crocodiles that can eat you. Saltwater crocodile is the most fierce predator in the world. They're very clever. They're much more intelligent than sharks. And they can be as large as 7 to 8 meters long. They're much bigger than the Nile crocodiles and any crocodiles that surround the South America and all of those areas. So yeah, and they live right around the coast of the northern parts of Australia, basically from here all the way through to Mackay. Yeah, and there's obviously sharks as well and all that kind of stuff, but it's the crocodiles that you gotta watch out for. And the sea wasp jellyfish. This is the jellyfish that can, if it stings you, you pretty much can go into shock and drown. It's called the sea wasp. It's a very dangerous marine animal. And yeah, you don't want to get those. There's two types. There's the big one, and there's the urukunja, which is the small sea wasp. You can't even properly see it sometimes. Anyway, so let's have a look at the article and see what happened to this man. So he was a wanted fugitive in Australia, and he wanted to escape to Papua New Guinea. So a UK man, so he's from England, UK, wanted in Western Australia over drug-related offences, has been arrested in the Torres Strait after allegedly trying to flee the country on a jet ski. The man, who was carrying additional fuel, that's smart, and supplies, that's also smart, was seen launching a jet ski at Punson Bay near the tip of the Queensland Cape York Peninsula on Monday. So obviously his biggest mistake was doing it during a day when people saw him trying to put so much supplies onto his jet ski. This is what it is here. And that's a bad move because, as you can guys see, that's him loading it up. Bad move because he got spotted, and let's see what happened afterwards. Local police alerted the Australian Border Force, and the man was identified as a 57-year-old from UK who was wanted on a drug charges in Western Australia. So obviously he had some serious charges up against him, maybe trafficking or drug dealing, whatever. And he wanted to escape Australia. A search was launched, and the man, who was not being officially named, and his jet ski were found on mudflats on the eastern side of Saibai Island in Torres Strait. So just to tell you where that place is, the Saibai Island It's literally... So the man started going from all the way here. He almost made it because the Salabai Island is here. So that's technically the Papua New Guinea territory. So this is obviously international waters, and this is Papua New Guinea. If this was Vietnam or Cambodia or East Timor, he would have been safe because this area would have belonged to the foreign country. And there's no freaking way Australia could arrest him that way. He would be an asylum seeker. So, but yeah, he made it, but obviously the local law enforcement there helped to track him down, and that was the end of it. Sabel Island is a few kilometers off the coast of Papua New Guinea and is one of a string of islands in the Torres Strait that belongs to Australia. Oh, okay, sorry, my bad. It belongs to Australia. That's interesting, because they technically should belong to Papua New Guinea. But anyway, it was... It would have been very easily for him just to... Come on, it's so close. It's like literally maybe 15-20 minutes right there. But obviously the law enforcement from Papua New Guinea came in to join the hunt, and they got him. Mr. O'Keefe said the man was carrying a crossbow at the start of his long ocean journey, but said he did not have the weapon with him when he was arrested. Torres Strait Islanders reportedly helped police track the man. So he made it, and the Torres Strait Islanders basically ratted him out, calling in with updates as he passed or landed on the islands. So there you go, he got away, but because of the local law enforcement there, they basically sold him out. Quote, "It's a bit unusual to try and get from Punson Bay all the way to PNG. He stuck out like the proverbial," Mr. O'Keefe told the Guardian. See, if he did it at night time, he would not have been spotted. Granted, it's a lot more dangerous jet skiing in the middle of the night in the open ocean, but you know, if your freedom depends on it, what are you gonna do? Beggars can be choosers. After his arrest, the man was transported by boat to Thursday Island. So Thursday Island is literally just over here, this place there. So yeah, quite interesting. He's expected to be extradited to Queensland, from Queensland to Western Australia. I'm actually based in Queensland myself at the moment, but not right up the top. Australian Border Force Commander Joe Crooks, appropriate surname, said the saga should serve as a warning to anyone thinking they could flee from Australia through the Torres Strait. Of course, they don't want anyone. They want you all to be scared. You cannot escape Australia. Except most people are trying to get it into Australia, or smuggle stuff into Australia. Quote, "Anyone who thinks they can either enter or leave Australia through the region without detection should think again," she said. There you go, guys. An Australian Federal Police spokesperson said the arrest sent a strong message to would-be fugitives. Quote, "Our reach across Australia is second to none, and we will use all our contacts and relationships to find you and bring you before a court." So there you go, guys. If you're gonna... Not that I'm saying that people should be doing dodgy things and then trying to run away from Australia or flee from Australia or vice versa. But if you're gonna do some traveling between different islands, whether it's Australia and Papua New Guinea, or whether it's, you know, you're in Indonesia or Malaysia or Philippines, do not do it during the day. Make sure that no one sees you. Make sure that you get somebody else to buy the supplies for you so no one can put two and two together. That way you keep yourself safe. Say, for example, you wanted to escape Australia because you have a jealous girlfriend who just wants to cause you some pain. She wants to chop your balls off. You wouldn't escape from her during the day, you would escape during the night. And that way, it's all covered. Anyway, guys, I thought I'd share this story with you because I found it quite interesting. I love this type of stories. Let me know if you enjoyed listening to this report in the comments. As always, check out drivenanddesired.com and koikitiexpress.com. Thanks guys, I'll talk to you soon.
Drop the bass, Kitty.
And if you want to protect your online privacy and help my channel out at the same time, visit drivenanddesired.com/NordVPN. If you sign up through that link, I will earn a small commission to keep this channel as well as my other projects like drivenanddesired.com going. Take us out, kitty.
I got money in the bank. Shawty, what you think? You